So this is like the second time I gotta record this video because the first time that I did it, there was music in the background from the game system because I was playing the game. All right, so we're gonna talk about it again. This time maybe I could be a little bit more fluid with the words that's coming out of my mouth. Um, so there was a guy. His name is Joe. Bartolozzi, I think that's his name if I'm right. And he was on stream, I'm assuming, or he was making a video, and he said out of his own mouth that he believes that $4,000 is not life changing, but 100K bones is life changing. And I just seen a lot of thoughts, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, obviously, uh, TikTok, all about this topic. And I really just want to be like very blunt and very clear.
$4,000 is life-changing money. No, it's not. What? $4,000 is not life-changing money. Most people can't even pay off 10% of their student loans. $4,000. $4,000. It helps you. It's helping you in the next 3-4 months. It's not life-changing money. What is life-changing money? A life-changing amount of money to win is like $100,000. That's life-changing. That's you pay off your student loans and you could put a down payment on a car or a house. Like $100,000's like, damn, that's money.
$4,000 is life changing to certain people, but $100,000 is life changing to everybody. Listen to when I say this again. $4,000 is life changing to some. $100,000 is life changing to most. That's realistic. Take me for example. I'm an unknown guy that popped up on your YouTube algorithm, or I just randomly popped up and you seen this video, right? I'm saying this out of my own mouth. $4,000 for me would be life changing because I can actually do stuff. I can get stuff that I can't get as of right now with my current situation, right? That's life changing. For me, in my position, it's life changing for me. Some people are trying to reflect back to the past on where they was broke, they didn't have no money, $0 to their names. Listen to me when I say this. We're not talking about the past. We're talking about right now in this current economy, in this current world that we live in, with a fucking orange tangerine sitting there in our presidential chair, fucking up the gas, fucking up the food, fucking up just everything, the housing market, everything is fucked, right? 100,000 can change anybody's fucking life. Doesn't matter what position you are in. You could be rich, not like billionaire rich, but you could be rich. Okay, you can have money. Having an extra 100K that will help you, right? 4,000 for someone in my position or someone in my current class, which is the middle class, with the rising economy, this could change a lot. We could get food. We could get stuff that we can't get as of right now. The argument isn't stupid. I feel like you guys are not really thinking. I'm thinking of every single thing, like every single thing that needs to get done, that I need to get done, that people most likely need to get done. Be realistic. $4,000 can change people's lives. $100,000 can change most people's lives. That's really what it is. For Joe to say that, you have to keep this in mind. That guy makes money off of content. This dude is already ahead of most people in my class. He makes money off of content. Some of us that's been doing content don't even make half of the fraction that dude probably makes on his streams or anything. And I'm not even just saying that to glaze him because I don't even watch his streams. But let's be realistic, right? When Kai, Speed, RDC, Berleezy, Corey, when they first started, yeah, they wouldn't need the $4,000. As of right now, they wouldn't need that shit. That shit would be a stepping stone. That shit would be like a thank you. And that's it. They go about their day. Right? You get these motherfuckers 100,000. It'll most probably be a stepping stone, but it will help them on whatever the hell they had going on. Literally, 100,000 is like way beyond what the means of the average wage is. You can't even get a job that's close to 100K. So for y'all to say, or for people to really sit there and say, "Oh, he's out of touch." I don't think he's out of touch. I think you guys are being too emotional about this conversation. Personally, I feel like you guys are just being too emotional. Me, I can say this about me. I can't speak for no one else. I can't speak for the entire world. 4,000 for the people who are homeless, for the people who's using EBT cards, for the people who is living still at their moms, at their dads, people who's living under like shelter and places like that. People who's using government assistance to get them housing. All those people, 4,000 would definitely help them. That it will definitely help anyone in that situation, and I'm going to stand on that. I don't care how you guys are trying to like put it in perspective or whatever. 4,000 for the people that I just named, which is majority of Americans as of right now. Yes, that will help them. But when you start to go a little bit higher, 100K will help anybody, anybody, unless you are a millionaire or a billionaire. That's the only way. There's nothing you guys could tell me. There's nothing you guys could tell me. There's nothing you guys could tell me, because I feel like when you use your emotions and you start reflecting on like your past and what you have and what you didn't have and all that stuff, yeah, then you start to like kind of step out of the picture. You kind of start to step out of your body. Like, you didn't have to do all of that. We understand you're talking about you. Yes, you, the viewer. You're talking about yourself, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But to say someone's out of touch because it's not going off of what you think because they said it, that person who said it is not in that bracket. It's kind of like, you know how Aiden Ross used to be on live stream and he says, "Man, I thought the average that people make is like over $100,000." That's out of touch. That's out of touch because that never happens unless you got a skill, you got a certificate, you got something that can put you above peers in the same field. This is coming from me. This is someone who wants to be a project manager. Project management as a whole, for anybody who doesn't know, starts at $70,000 annually. My field would probably benefit most people if you was to get a annual funding of 70,000 bones instead of your measly 40, 30. 70 will help a lot of people. Do y'all not know the pay rate between that? That's damn near 30 plus dollars an hour. I feel like you guys got to go to school. You guys got to do your math. You guys got to do your homework. 4K can help people in certain situations. 100K can help anybody. Simple. That's all you had to say. That's all you have to say. You say anything else, the argument is stupid. Once you start to put, in my opinion, in my experience, in my situation, because you're projecting what you're going through with that $4,000, you put it for the average person. Yes, 4,000 would help people in this current economy because of a orange tangerine who doesn't know anything about money security and keeping this shit locked and secure. All right, but you got to remember at the same time, 100,000 to anybody in our field in that same category that I just named and even beyond that would be life changing. Both scenarios are life changing depending on what situation you are currently in. And for anyone saying otherwise, like that's not true, 4,000 wouldn't really help nobody and stuff like that, you're not looking at it from the different perspective. I understand maybe you don't know what an EBT is. Maybe you don't know what government assistance is. Maybe you don't know any of that. Maybe you don't know what Section 8 is. Maybe you don't know any of that. And that's fine. If you don't know it, then don't speak to anyone who's literally mentioning it in comment sections or trying to bring it up to make the argument that they're presenting better. Because the moment you're trying to like say, that doesn't matter, not everyone's on that, then you're ignoring like a majority of Americans right now. People with my complexion, people that doesn't have this complexion, they are all under basically that same umbrella. You look at the statistics, it's all there. I'm not making any of this up. You guys can do your own research on Google or AI or Chat GPT, because I know you guys like using that. Search it up. It's right there. It's right there for a reason. But I'm not gonna go on a rant about this anymore. That's literally what I feel about it, and that's how that's my stance on it. I'll see you guys on the other side. You guys are so dumb.